Hey guys, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Nikki ExotiKa Show. And today we have a gorgeous blonde beauty from Belarus, a Russian girl named Anya Shumskaya. How are you?
I'm good. So lovely to be here.
Thank you for coming on my show. I love my Russian community. I dated a couple Russian guys out there. So I actually take Russian. I take Duolingo every day.
Oh my God, that's so good for you.
Yes. You know what? I stopped for a while, after my last breakup, but I was doing it every day. Yeah. So now I'm back at it again. Mm-hmm. I have so many Russian friends. I grew up in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. I used to go to Brighton Beach all the time.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah.
When I came to America, I lived on Brighton Beach for a year.
Oh my goodness, that's so crazy.
I know the whole Russian community.
Yes.
That's basically and then I would be friends with people in high school. You know Brooklyn Technical High School?
Okay, it's over there.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah, love it. So how long have you been here?
I've been here since 2011, so 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And so your family came too, or just you?
It was my family. We won a green card. We got very, very lucky and just moved here. Yeah.
That's amazing. I like that story. So you're into skincare. Mm-hmm. And you have your own brand, your own company?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thanks.
So you've had a long journey with your skin. Can you tell us how it's helped you grow into the woman that you are now?
Okay, that's a great question. So I had acne since around 12. And then I had it was really bad cystic acne. And then everyone would always tell me you got to go on Accutane. It's the water, it's the diet, it's this, it's that, but nothing helped. And I was like, okay, I'm 16, maybe when I'm 18 it's going to get better. When I am 18, maybe at 22 it's going to get better. And then I'm 20, what was I? I was 23 and my skin was still really, really bad. I had really bad cystic acne here. I had bad forehead acne, chest acne, back acne, everything you can think of. And nothing would help at all.
Wow. Not even Accutane? Because I've heard that really works.
Yes, exactly. That's what helped me. I tried Accutane and it was my last resort, but I was so worried I will not be able to have kids, all of this stuff. And then
those are the side effects that get you a little sterile, right?
Right. You get the birth defects, mini birth defects. But then
nobody
after
wants
some time,
that.
No. I want so many babies, so I don't really want that.
You want a healthy baby.
But yeah, Accutane helped, and now I'm targeting my acne scarring with this really cool laser called Laser Genesis.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And tell me a little bit about the Laser Genesis.
It's basically skin resurfacing. Yeah, skin resurfacing and gets rid of hyperpigmentation and 3D scarring.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that something that you go for, or you have it
No, you go for it. It's such a crazy procedure. It's
really?
Your face is so red afterwards, but it's worth it when you have these really deep acne scars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done lots of treatments. My face looked like an old leather bag. I did an interview. No, once upon a time. So I did an interview. It was the $1 Million Barbie, and I did this interview, and they got really close up to my skin, and it was leather face. It looked like an old leather bag. So people were reading me in the comments, going off. They're like, "Wow, you spent over $1 million with your body and your facial surgeries, but you have not even invested in your skincare."
Oh wow!
So that was the next investment. So I went to my girlfriend Jenny. She has this place called Rich Bitch Clinic, which she does all laser treatments. Mm-hmm. So first step was taking off all my age spots and my freckles, which are Alexandra Light. Then I did the CO2 lasering.
Yes,
all over my face,
great.
and then I healed from that. And then 6 weeks later, I went for a 25% TCA peel, and then I did that, and then I healed from that. And then my skin was porcelain, baby skin.
Yeah.
And now I just do pretty much CO2 photofacials.
Yes.
To maintain every winter. You got to, when you want to go have some downtime on your skin, you do in the winter. Mm-hmm. So I know, girl, I know about all the
I tried CO2 laser. It's crazy. You're peeling, then the snake skin is coming off of you. But it's so worth it. I mean, your skin is amazing.
It is. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So can you tell us more about your productivity journal, the daily empowerment journal, and what inspired you to create it?
So kind of my own confidence issues inspired it, with my whole story with acne and how I was raised with constantly questioning my worth, seeing people on social media being so beautiful and filtered and no acne with the curves. And I was I didn't have that growing up at all. And then I realized like kind of like maybe when I was 18, applying to schools, I was like, okay, I clearly have confidence issues. I was going to therapy for anxiety. And then I was like, I really want to study this. So I went into my undergrad and then to get a master's in clinical psychology. And then my master's thesis was about how journaling can affect your confidence and productivity. And then it turned into a journal. It was actually incredible because I never knew that this would turn into a product, but then it did because I kind of gained like a great audience and community of people that also struggled with like anxiety, confidence, acne, and that I discovered through like my own Accutane journey.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, was it just like hormone imbalance? Like, what caused all this acne? Did you figure it out?
That's a great question. So it's hormonal, but nothing that you can like do about it really, and genetic. Yeah. So
Did your mom have cystic acne or your dad?
Yeah, my mom had forehead cystic acne. My dad had cheeks. I say that my sister inherited neither, and I got both, unfortunately. But it's like nothing worked for me. Like only birth control worked for me, but I didn't want to be on it long term. So when I stopped birth control, it actually got much worse.
Birth control made me so, I don't know. I was telling her about my story because she had no idea that I was, trans. I don't even consider myself trans. I'm just, to me, like I'm not a woman because I know women are women. I acknowledge that. But, I'm just different. So she was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're so sweet. But I used to take the birth control, because it's a hormone.
Yeah.
And I used to blow up. Oh my God. And I would get all these I would get like this, mood swings and bitchy and all that, like, when girls have their period.
Yeah, 100%. I got my boobs got to like double D's when I was on birth control. That was crazy. That was the best side effect. Yeah. The rest of them were so bad.
Right? So what is currently your go-to skincare routine now?
So I love the Obagi New Derm. I still take a whole program that I use still for acne scarring because I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation. You don't see because I'm wearing makeup, but I have hyperpigmentation post-acne. And then I was just talking about this like really good like miracle pimple cream by Easy Derm. It's like they have these pimple patches, and there's sometimes like a tube that you squish onto a pimple patch, and then you like stick it on.
Yeah.
But this is just a tube.
Wait, it looks like a little Band-Aid.
It's like yeah, and you just like I like don't even use like the pimple patches. I just take this cream thing, serum, and just put it on the pimples. I had this like really bad cystic thing, and it's gone now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Her skin is beautiful. So like just
Thank
like the lights are hitting you. So yeah,
I appreciate.
I don't
that.
even see any acne previous acne, cystic acne, scarring, nothing.
Oh, I love you. Thank you. It's the makeup, truly it is.
Okay, so how has studying psychology helped you better understand yourself?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm constantly learning something new, honestly, even though I'm like 2 years out of my master's program. But it's like you kind of like get this like deeper analysis of yourself. Mm-hmm. And when you're constantly like learning about like other people, you kind of connect. Like I'm an empath. So when you're like learning, right, I can feel it.
Yeah.
When you're learning something new, you kind of like relate and learn something new from that experience. Mm-hmm. So that helped me a lot. Also been to therapy for 4 years. Yeah. That's also a lot.
I think like, when you can internalize yourself, and sometimes you can see yourself in others and, be like a role model and help them through things. I think it makes you feel really good,
Yeah, especially when the people around you are good people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, it's always nice to be an inspiration to others. So why do you think it's important to speak so candidly about your acne?
Oh, I think just growing up, I would compare myself a lot to people that are like filtered and wearing a ton of makeup, and then not having that role model growing up. I realized that, I want to be a little bit more honest on social media. And when I first posted a video of me like without makeup, without face filters, and it like blew up to like 1 million followers, I was like, okay, like there's clearly like a very big need on social media of people that like preach like honesty,
authenticity. That's what I tell everybody. It's to be as real, like people come out with these things and sometimes they think I'm superficial or, you have all this plastic surgery, but then if you knew my story beforehand and why I did so much surgery and that I was picked on and bullied and called ugly all the time. So when you go through that psychologically, it destroys you. I'm sure having acne, people picked on you too. So, you go through the cycle and then you fix it. And, of course, along the way, I got botched and screwed up. But, you fix it to the best of your capacity. And still, I have a little bit of work to do to reconstruct some things. But, you feel better and you feel like you rebuild yourself. Then you start getting attention. And it's going to be negative and it's going to be positive. It's always going to be like that, But as long as you stay true to yourself and you're kind and you have a good heart, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think it's all about self-love, really. Because we can hate ourselves all the time. But it's about waking up and doing something about it that really matters more. For example, I could have just been like, okay, I'm going to struggle with my acne for the rest of my life. No. I'm going to go take Accutane.
And fix it.
I'm going to go do something about it. I'm going to go do laser, even though it hurts, and then I look like a clown for the next month.
Right.
Whatever. Then I'm pretty, and then I feel my best self. Why not do the same if you can?
Yes, of course. I don't, when people want to improve, I get a lot of questions online and people want me to help them, so I do the best that I can when I can. I think it's about paying it forward, in life. You try to help people. It comes to a point where it's hard to help the world, I've always noticed sometimes I've helped people and it's bit me in the face.
Really?
Yes, sometimes, so I'm very selective with who I donate my energy and time to, So what are your skincare do's and don'ts?
Ooh, I think don't overdo it. I would strip my skin barrier all the time by
With what though?
Just harsh ingredients and too
toners
much.
Or
Toners and then acids and then before I even knew what retinol was, I was my sister gave me retinol and I was okay, I'm just going to use it in the morning and at night.
Yeah, no, girl, that'll strip your skin. I mean, I love tretinoin, that's retinol. But so one time I just did it, just 1%. And I did it all in my face. And I turned into this scaly reptile. I was it was horrible. And I was my skin was so dry and so tight and it was flaking. And I'm my friend was why did you apply the retinol straight to your skin? You have to mix a moisturizer. And I didn't know that.
No one talks about it.
So everybody, if you have retinol, and you have this little tube of this medicated cream, do not just put it on your face raw. You have to mix it with moisturizer.
Do some research. I remember I was in Miami. This was in Miami. And I'm applying this moisturizer in the morning without SPF. And then I'm oh, my skin is so burnt at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm going to apply more.
Oh, my goodness, girl.
What a nightmare. And no one told me.
Yeah.
So just do a little bit research before you apply active chemicals on your face.
Yeah, definitely. Even with TCA peels, my mother, I took her to get a skin treatment once, and she couldn't handle it. I think the girl did a 25% chemical peel. She's oh my God, this hurts. Take it off. And I'm Mom, sit there and handle it. She's I can't.
Aww.
Poor, I was Mom, it's going to really melt your face. It's going to, you're going to take all these pores off your skin. Your skin is going to be glass, porcelain. But she couldn't handle it. Wow. We had to deactivate it immediately. She couldn't handle it. Then we did the CO2 laser. And my mom's face was red, like a beet. But her skin now is glowing. It's beautiful. She needs one more treatment and then, we'll be there.
It's amazing. But it's also very important to listen to your body.
Yes.
Because everyone reacts differently. I heard horror stories about CO2 laser, but it's about finding the right provider that listens to you. Listen, it hurts. Yeah. Okay, we're going to tone it down. Is it okay?
Yeah, because 25 is pretty high. You got to build a tolerance of 25% TCA peel. I think a lot of spas, stay around the area of 13%, 10%, which people can handle.
What is your go-to for your skin?
Oh, girl. So I do the CO2 laser in the winter. I do 25% chemical peel too. And that is the worst peeling ever. My skin gets it looks sunburned and then it turns brown and then it just peels off like a little lizard's crazy. But the skin underneath is so beautiful and glowing and it's the best thing ever, but I never do that around the summer or spring. Yeah. It's something that I do in the winter.
You do it every year.
Yeah.
You do it every year?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I'm I don't know, because I'm starting to consider like doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That's not too often, no?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Good to know.
I do it, just in the winter, like, because then it's like cold out and you can like, recover. But you need like, a deep peel like that is like, you need a good 10 days for fully, peeling the skin. But yeah, I do it once a year. Okay, it's really good. Yeah, it's really, really good. So, are you in a relationship now? I know we were talking about poly. Yeah, so I was asking her, well, what's polyamorous? And I guess it was kind of like open thing, but you're not into that anymore.
No, I'm not into that anymore. I was very briefly into that. This is very funny because I don't talk about this on social media at all, but I did sexology research. I actually went into clinical psychology master's at Columbia University, wanting to pursue sexology research and relationship therapy stuff.
So what is sexology research? Like, what is it that what is it that you're educating yourself with? So
a sexologist as a profession is a person that you would go to when you and your partner are having issues with intimacy, really. And that's what I wanted to do because I've always been kind of passionate about that side of things.
So it's like being like a relationship therapist,
kind of, but for
more
intimacy,
in the sex.
Yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't say people are like, oh Jesus, she wanted to be a sexologist. She loves having sex. It's more just a natural curiosity of mine, and I'm constantly reading books about it, and I'm learning more about myself and others. But yeah, this is funny. I studied squirting research at NYU. That was very interesting.
What was that?
Squirting research.
What, like squirting?
You don't know?
No. What is this?
Squirting.
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 I'm like, squirting? What is squirting? I was like, I know escorting, but okay, so squirting research.
Yes.
I thought that we're going to get a little graphic here. I thought squirting was like urine, but it's not.
This is such a good question. This is the first question that comes up. There was research done, and people say it's squirting. So yes and no. So the female bladder, if she has used the bathroom before getting sexually aroused, and then she gets sexually aroused with her bladder being empty, her bladder will get filled with this clear liquid when she's sexually aroused.
Interesting.
And the theory is that the bladder gets filled with that liquid to protect the internal organs during penetration. So it can be urine if the female hasn't used the bathroom, or it can be this other liquid.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never.
Fun fact of the day.
Well, yeah, once upon a time I saw videos where girls were doing that, and I was just like, what is that?
It's interesting, and I was like, this is just one of the research jobs I got into, and I was like, okay, might as well explore. And the professor that was leading the research was really into the poly space, and when I really related to that, I was like, okay, I'll explore this.
Yeah,
I'm monogamous now. So.
I talk about everything, and I'm Christian, but I talk about everything because these are things that happen, when for anybody, whether they're being intimate. Sometimes, some girls can and some girls can't.
Yeah.
But I do like to talk about things.
Sorry. I hope this was
interesting.
Too much.
I love it. Very, very cool. Oh my God, it's so nice having you on my show.
Thanks.
Is there anything you want to plug in? Aside, so you have
Instagram.
Yes, you have Instagram, but you have your own aesthetic place, or what is it?
No. I have the Daily Empowerment Journal. It's a physical journal for people to work on their confidence and productivity.
I love it.
Yeah.
So where can they follow you on Instagram?
Follow me at Anna the Sham on Instagram and TikTok. I'm mostly on Instagram.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, it's such a delight to have you.
Thank you so much.
I loved having you. And that's another episode, you guys, of the Nikki ExotiKa Show. Take care. So narcissistic.